Welcome to the Friday 13th YouTube channel, Metalheads. Another great review for you right now. This is German power speed metal band Rage. Now, the band have just released their new album on Steam Hammer. It's called Afterlifelines, which comes out as a double CD or double album. It's got some amazing songs, guys. It's a well-structured album, a mixture of old school Rage with a modern thrashier touch. So check it out, Metalheads. Now, we all know that Rage were formed back in 1984 by Peavy Wagner on bass guitar and vocals, originally called Avenger, but they had to change the name after one album due to the English band under the same name. The band would only release one album, which was called Praise of Steel, followed by an EP called Depraved in Black. Now, the band were formed back in 1984. Peavy has come a long way since the formation of the band. Now, the original lineup of the band would be a four-piece. The first album, Reign of Fear, would feature Jörg Michael on drums, who later on joined Running Wild. He's done lots of albums. He's been involved with Saxon. This album would also feature guitarist Thomas Grunding, also on guitar Jochen Grolder. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, Metalheads. I'm pretty sure one of the guitarists on this album was also in the band Warlock. Leave a comment and let me know if I'm wrong. Reign of Fear was released in 1986 and was a fantastic debut album. It was released through Noise Records, the label that put out so many great artists such as Helloween, Celtic Frost, Creator. Now, the band's second album, Execution Guaranteed in 1987, was also released as a four-piece. The band's third album, Perfect Man, was released in 1988. Now, this is when the band went down to a three-piece. This album would also feature Manning Schmidt on guitars. Now, Manny went on to join Gravedigger in later years, with Chris Ethermades on drums, a fantastic drummer. And with 24 previous albums, it says a real lot about this band. They've come a long way. They've wrote some fantastic albums of the past. And one of my favourite guitarists that was in the band of previous albums was Victor Molosky, was in a band called Mind Odyssey, a fantastic Russian guitarist. Absolute phenomenal. If you've not heard him, you need to check out the Live Rage DVD. So, the new album, Afterlifelines, it goes back to a three-piece. As we know, Peavy Wagner on vocals and bass guitar. He would be followed by Gene Bormann on guitars and drummer Lucky, who's been with the band for a couple of years now. Now, this is the lineup for the new album. The new album, like I said, is a lot heavier than what they've done in the past. There are elements of speed metal and power metal, the traditional Rage sound. This album also has some early elements of thrash metal. If they've gone a little bit heavier, that's why they've decided to release it as a double album. If you've not checked out the recent interview I did with Peavy from Rage, there'll be a link at the end of this review. So check it out, Metalheads. It's a great interview with Peavy. In total, this album contains 21 songs. There's some really good songs on here, really well structured, and the production is phenomenal. The album was produced once again by Rage at the recording studio Lucky Bob's, where they've done previous albums. The album opens up with the intro in the beginning, which consists piano and keyboards with a little bit of guitar. This soon goes into the song End of Illusion, which is a very powerful speed metal song. It's a fantastic song. It reminds me of the old Rage days. Peavy's vocals are still on top form. He hasn't let the band down. He's always been a strong vocalist and frontman. Now, I've got to say that Rage are pretty much a unique band. They've had their own style for many, many years. A lot of bands have tried to copy and failed. Although this is Rage, you could say there could be slight elements of early Helloween in this song, and it really works well, and maybe a little bit of Running Wild. Now, there's some great double bass drumming on this song with some fantastic guitaring. All around, it's a fantastic opener. Next would be the song Under a Black Crown. This song is very catchy with some great guitar playing, some offbeat drum beats. Peavy's vocals are ready to shine through. He's a fantastic bassist as well. Next up is the song Afterlife. This is more like it. This is when the band has shown their true strength. It's a very heavy song, but still very melodic. Peavy's vocals ready to shine through. The guitar playing is fantastic, and so is the drumming. I'll definitely like the double bass drumming in this song. Next up is Dead Man's Eyes. Like the previous song I've just mentioned, it's a very melodic but heavy song. And with the production being excellent, it really does make the album enjoyable to listen to. This song has a very powerful middle section with a lot of twists and turns. And Peavy still sounds phenomenal. He sings really high in places like he used to. Now, all in all, this is a brilliant album. Like I said, the production is fantastic. Peavy's vocals are on top form. Some fantastic musicianship here. You can't go wrong. If you want to listen to this album, please check it out, Metalheads. The first side is more typical old school Rage, whereas the second CD is more heavier, but it's still Rage. Fantastic all around album. I'm going to give this 4.5 out of 5. It's a brilliant album. The album is called Afterlifelines, released on Steam Hammer Records. Check it out, metalheads. If you're a fan of Rage and German metal, this is for you. Brilliant album. Well done, guys. So, metalheads, check out this fantastic album. You can't go wrong. Rage is still writing some fantastic albums. It's released on Steam Hammer Records. If you're a fan of old school German metal and Rage in particular, you're going to love this album. Thanks for watching, metalheads. More reviews coming soon. Thanks for watching.